Year-old Christopher Lee Cornell of Green Township was arrested today, and he is named in a federal criminal complaint that alleges he was going to take weapons to Washington, D.C. The manager at Point Blank Indoor Shooting Range and Gun Shop says Cornell bought weapons there. Local 12's Angenette Levy talked to the manager just a little while ago. She's live in Colerain Township with more from the store owner. Angenette.
And Cammie, John Deen is actually joining me again live here on Local 12 News at 6. He cooperated with the FBI and the ATF and sold those two AR-15s along with some ammunition to Christopher Cornell today. John, we are now learning that this is being called an ISIS-inspired plot. You know, obviously ISIS is the organization that's been causing so much turmoil and terrorism in Syria and Iraq. Tell me, when you hear that, what comes to mind after knowing that you guys, as you keep being so humble and saying you were a small part of thwarting this plot?
And that's absolutely the fact. This was an FBI operation, and we knew that we were cooperating with the authorities as we went through this. And so obviously the enormity of the situation was not known to us beforehand. And really it wasn't necessary for us to know. And so it's surprising to see how large this really is.
Yeah, and he's a 20-year-old man who wanted to come in here and buy these guns. The two AR-15s are what he expressed interest in. Did he express interest in any other type of weapon?
No, he pretty much knew what he wanted when he came in, at least the style. And then we talked through what his options might be, just as I would for any sale. And he made up his mind, and then we started through the process for the sale. And
this was the first time you said you'd been involved in anything like this. It's obviously very atypical, not a regular day at the office for you or most people. What was it? Did this seem to go smoothly from at least your vantage point, from your perspective?
Absolutely. Yeah, the agents that we worked with, very professional, very confident in what they needed to have done and what they were going to do. And I think that inspired confidence in our entire staff in terms of their presence here. And really, beforehand, we had no idea what was really going on. And so it was, it's been very, very surprising to find out, you know, after the fact. I suppose if we knew going into this that we were helping to thwart a terrorist plot, it might have made us a little bit more nervous. But the agents and everybody that we worked with were just fantastic.
And you said you went through the normal process. This was like any other sale, and you knew that the FBI obviously was looking for him, and they had been in touch with you about a week ago, you said.
Yes, they contacted us about a week ago and said that there was somebody that they were interested in that may come in looking for a couple of rifles, and we had a discussion around that, what that might look like. And then from that time till this morning, we really hadn't had any contact with law enforcement. And then this morning, shortly after we opened, one of the agents came in and let us know that this person was on their way in. He identified the person to me, and then I just went out and waited on another customer.
Yeah, and he didn't make it far once he got out into the parking lot.
No, just a few feet from the front door, and there were several agents that were here and took him down immediately after he left the premise.
All right. Well, John Deen, thank you so much. Obviously playing a role in the FBI's and the ATF's desire to thwart this plot on the U.S. Capitol and a government official. We are going to continue, of course, to follow this story throughout the evening and try to uncover some new details about Christopher Cornell and about this sting that went down here today, and obviously keep you posted on every front, whether that's social media, local12.com, and, of course, right here on Local 12 News. Cammie and Rob?
All right. Angenette, thank you. And federal